Yes, are we good? Are we good? Good evening, guys. My name is FifiRich. I am a makeup artist and an inspirator. I like to call myself a motivator sometimes. So I'm so happy to be here going live. This is a random live, but note I was gonna be doing it as a pre-recorded video as well as the next one. But I just decided now that I've done something to just replace my old Wi-Fi router that's been giving me a lot of network problems. I decided to just come online and see how this one is gonna go. So this is a bit of a trial run, but it's really gonna be packed. So stay tuned and learn something. You're really gonna take a lot home from this broadcast. So I'm so happy to be here once again. Thank you so much for coming. Those that are gonna come in after this has ended, please, you're welcome. Stay tuned and leave a comment so I know you were here. Let me know what you thought and how you benefited from this live stream. It's gonna add great value to your life, I believe. Hey, you know something? One of the things that I consider is oftentimes our relationships fail because of a lack of knowledge. When we do things and we have no knowledge, we have nothing for maintenance. We have nothing to keep us going in that project, in that relationship. And so that's why we fail oftentimes. We think that love is enough, but love alone is not enough to keep a relationship. That's what I've learned. And so I'm here to share something that I feel like is gonna be so valuable to you and to myself. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for being here. So today, as you see the title, I'm going to be talking about Mary Who is Ready, establishing value systems in relationship. Establishing value systems in relationship. This is very important, and we oftentimes miss this step because of the euphoria, the excitement of meeting somebody, feeling the attraction. We just jump into a relationship, and then it's like, oh, I discovered this and that and that and that, and I don't like these traits about this person, and I have to just keep up with them, and it's crazy. It's like, what? Wait a minute. Oh, so yeah, that's how people break up, and it's like the person broke my heart. Yet had I known that it's best to establish value systems from the beginning, I probably wouldn't have been heartbroken. So this is something that we find ourselves in, and oftentimes it's a pattern, it's a cycle. We repeat the same mistakes over and over again, but we're just hoping to get the right person, or hoping to get the right thing, or hoping to get it right. So it's kind of crazy. We can't really get it right without adding knowledge to our database, which is our mind. So yeah, this is why I'm here, guys. If you follow me, you'll notice that this is going to be the third segment of its kind, the third segment under the topic Mary Who is Ready. The first segment we did was Mary Who is Ready, the man, and that was a conversation with the Mary. So we had an anchor scripture. I'm a believer, I'm a Christian. We had the anchor scripture from the Bible, which says, for this reason shall a man leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one. That's the one that we had. And then we talked about a man being ready, the kind of process he's got to go through for him to become ready to marry, to transition into a husband. We also then had the second segment the following week, which was now Mary Who is Ready, the woman, you see. So for this, we had the anchor scripture that says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Imagine that just by reason of being a wife who is found by a husband, that man obtains favor from God. If we women had the reality that a man can get favor from God just by having me in his life, just by having me as his wife, wow, we would have a much greater appreciation of ourselves. We really would, ladies. For real, for real. Code with Samuel says, greetings. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much for being here, Code with Samuel. How are you today? Let us know where you're connecting from. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, If we ladies just appreciated how much favor a man can attract from God by reason of having us, we would have a much better appreciation of ourselves. Notice that as a lady, you are called the helper. I came to learn that it's only a woman and the Holy Spirit who are called the helper in a man's life. So imagine the kind of position that you hold. It means that the man needs you. Code Summer, watching from the UK, thank you so much for being here, Code Summer. I appreciate you so much. So, Code Summer, we're just talking about, establishing value systems. You're doing great things, no problem. If you stay long enough, maybe you will have an opportunity just to jump on and say something, depending on whether you have something valuable you need to say. These things are very impactful. These conversations are very impactful because I believe and I say that a healed youth is a healed future. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking, Cody Samuel. Appreciate it. So, yeah. And so the woman and the Holy Spirit are called the helper. This is just, a recap of the former statement. And so we should really get to appreciate this about ourselves, and it would help us tremendously knowing that I am the helper of the man. So it means the man is the one that needs me. The man was not made for me, I was made for the man. You see, so if we can get this revelation, we would have a heightened appreciation of who we are as women. We are a unique, peculiar species, and this counterpart, who is the male, needs us more than ever. That's why the Bible says, and the Lord saw that was not good for a man to be alone. And he said, I'll make him a helper suitable for him. So the helper is always designed with the help. The helper always has tools within her. So as a helper, I come and I'm already geared up to help you as the man, as my male counterpart, or as my husband. You don't need to help me to help you. I need to help you. I was designed to help you. That is my CV. That's my CV in your life. So so a lot of our brothers out there, they fight us, the ladies. If a woman is trying to just do so much for you, all she can, to help you to improve your life, to help you to become a better man, to help you to do well, in your business, in your endeavors, in your, all your pursuits. It's always like sometimes there's a resistance, but why? It comes as a lack of understanding when you don't really know what the woman is meant to do in your life. Oftentimes you will resist, you will resist, you will resist, and then it becomes unproductive. So let's pursue knowledge. This is the point I'm getting to. And so after we dealt with the woman, now we are here, and this is the topic of the day. Mary who is ready, establishing value systems in a relationship. So what are values? Code with someone. Do you actually have an idea what values are? What are values? When we're establishing value systems, we're talking about value. So this word value or values, what does it mean? What does it mean? To me, it's very simple. Values are just a set of principles that you uphold to be correct, that you live by, you believe in to be correct. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Set of principles that you uphold and you believe are morally right for you to live by. It's very, very simple. And if you uphold these principles, chances are that you're never letting them go, right? So it's good to establish if the next person feels the same way. When you have values, a set of values, you gotta establish if this person that is your potential partner also has the same value systems. You're not likely to change. Legit Eve in the house. Hello, hello, my lady. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So yeah, we're talking about value systems. Thank you so, 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 so much. You guys should visit each other also after this. It's gonna be great just for us to become one big happy family. Thank you so much. And so when I have value systems, I'm not likely to change. So it's better if I get somebody who has a similar systems that they value, who has a similar set of principles that they uphold to be morally correct, to be a standard for them to live by. Thank you so, 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 so much. Oh, Queen Aggie, he says, just thumbs up. Thank you so, so much, Queen, for being here. I really appreciate it. This was meant to just be a pre-recorded video, but because I tried, I did something concerning my formerly poor network, I just decided, nah, let me go live because I got another router for my Wi-Fi. Oh, Queen, you're saying good night. Hang out with me just a little bit, girl. It's late. I'll watch tomorrow. No problem, no problem. Thank you, Queen. Code with Samuel says you are on point at host. Yes, Code with Samuel. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. And so it's like for me to know my value systems, it's not a random thing, it's not a coincidence. First, I have to start by knowing myself as an individual. I am Fifi. I love this. I don't like this. I like when I'm treated like this. I don't like when I'm treated like this. When you speak to me this way, this is what it sounds like. When you insult me, I know that this is my reflex. This is how I'm gonna react. And so I'm not gonna insult you because I know I don't want you to insult me. Do you get what I mean? So you start by knowing yourself. What kind of a person am I? What do I like? What are my preferences in life? What philosophies do I hold concerning different things? What are my philosophies on finances? How do I like to save? How do I like to spend my money? Where do I like to go for leisure? What are my priorities with my finances? Do I believe in investment? What kind of investment? You really want to know all those things before accommodating somebody into your life and have somebody with whom you establish this, okay? What are some of your philosophies on childbearing? Do you want children? Don't you want children? How many children do you want? What if somebody wants six and you just want one? And you're already married and you never had the opportunity to sit down with yourselves and talk about this before you got married. What then happens in the case of a marriage? Do you clash over it? Do you divorce? Oh, I left him because he didn't want to give me kids. But I just wanted one kid. One kid is enough. I want six. I want six. Is this something that can cause a divorce? It could be. So thank you so much, Queen. Thank you. Good night. So, what are your philosophies around in-laws, relationship with in-laws? Must we stay with our in-laws? Is it necessary to stay with your mother and father, my husband? Or I just want to be so far from all the in-laws. A man may feel like you have to accommodate my family, and the lady may feel like because of the background that I have, because I've been so abused by my family, I don't want anything to do with this so-called family. And then it's a clash of values. I've lost value for family because of how I was treated. I have value for family. We were raised to value family. You come together, you want to be together, and then you haven't balanced this thing out. What is waiting to happen? You see how it is? So these are the kind of things that people should establish. What are your philosophies on a woman making more money than a man? You as the man, code with Samuel as a man, is it okay if the lady makes more money? Or do you just feel like, no, 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 no. My woman should not make more money than me, and that's it. And then because you don't know, who God will bless first or who God will raise first in the course of your marriage. One of these days, your wife might just become promoted and have the position of a CEO. Do you chase her from the home or do you say quit your job and stay home? And yet, she's been developing herself all along. She's been pursuing personal development. She's been going to school. She's been schooling. She's been doing business. She's been climbing the ladder of success. Now she's a CEO. Suddenly, it's a problem. So do you see some of the value systems that we're talking about? What are some of these principles that you uphold? Does your counterpart uphold the same principles, or are you guys gonna have a clash? So you have to know yourself. Who am I? What do I like? What do I want in my life? So now when you know yourself, it's easier to then say to the other, so what are you like? Who are you? What do you want? What are you pursuing in this life? Then when I know what the other person is pursuing, it's easier to decipher if we can do this together. Is this a path we can walk together? Are we compatible enough? Are we in agreement? The Bible says two cannot walk together except they agree. And it also says agreement brings power. So if people are not in agreement, They cannot do anything. They cannot go anywhere. You see how it is? You cannot even fight a common enemy when you are not in agreement. That's just impossible. Also, the Bible says a kingdom which is divided by itself cannot stand. So you cannot be for and against one another at the same time. It's either you are for or you are against the other person. It cannot go both ways. You see how it is. So now it's easier to get to, question the other person, knowing what your value systems are. And it's very, very important. Oftentimes we make a mistake of just jumping into a relationship before establishing value systems. We just get, we become somewhat naive. We're overtaken by the excitement of meeting a new person, by the attraction. We automatically just forget to do our homework. So that's a problem. And when you forget to do your homework, when you violate principle, principle will violate you. When you forget to do your homework, you have a certain thing coming. It's a matter of time. It'll catch up with you. Don't violate principles in life. Okay, try to stay by the book because God put principles in order so that you and I are safe. And anytime we are outside of the original intent and purpose of how God made things to be, we're in danger. We're not protected, we're vulnerable to the enemy's attacks, we're in danger. That's why when we don't run marriage according to how the author of marriage, who is God, has ordained and has advised us to, even in his word, divorce, separation, problem, this and that. Legitives Eve says, you are right, sis. Thank you so much, my sis. I'll drop a link very soon, don't worry. And, I hope that you will come on and just say something, okay? We're not going to be here for too long, don't worry. It's already late where I am. I'm just coming from a makeup tutorial recording. So I just thought, let me just do this real quick, real quick. So this is just the thing, let's learn to live by principles so we don't get burnt. If you don't live by principle, I understand the principle will correct you by fire, by force. You see, and so now that you know who am I, what do I prefer, what are the standards I uphold, what are the principles I uphold to be morally correct for me, and that this is something I'm just never changing from, turning away from. It's easier to now go to the other person and say, hey, so who are you? What are you like? What do you want? What are your preferences? I cannot say this enough. Repetition brings understanding. So we have to really talk about these things. So there is value systems, the issue of value systems. This is how I was taught to look at it. It's like, this is the one person, this is one person. So when you come together for a relationship, and remember in a relationship, you're trying out to see if you are compatible enough for marriage. You can, oh, hi, Bill, bro, Lake. Thank you so much for coming, bros. Alpha now, alpha. They see you well. Thank you. So I'm gonna drop a link very soon, and then I can hear from you guys. So just stay with me. We're not gonna be here for too long. So yeah. So Bill, I just wanted to come on. It was very random thing. So thank you so much for coming. Just wanted to come on and say, let me do the third segment of Mary Who Is Ready. So today we're talking about establishing value systems in a relationship. So I'm just gonna drop the link and you guys can contribute. You don't have to show your face if you don't want. So please just be ready for that. So yeah, when you establish value systems, this is another person, this is you. Idea. Thank you, Ross. So then what you want to do is coming together as a couple in a relationship. This is what your value systems should do. They should correlate and complement one another. It should fit like a puzzle piece joining to another puzzle piece. You see, so this is what value systems that agree, value systems that complement one another should look like ideally. All right. But we oftentimes have issues where it's like this, it's like friction. They are clashing, hitting hard against one another, hitting hard against one another, friction, problem. Oh, you insulted me. I don't like that. That was not an insult. When I said that, it was not an insult. You see how it is, and then it's like, oh. So you guys are always at loggerheads. A couple is always at loggerheads. Yeah, Legitors Eve says, please can you explain how to know when a man is ready to marry? There's guys in this broadcast. Can you guys be thinking about that? But Legitors Eve, we did something of this nature in the very first segment of Mary Who Is Ready when we dealt with the men. Go see it. Mary Who Is Ready, the man, the conversation with the married is there from like 2 weeks ago. We quickly, let me just answer you. We talked about things like a man who is ready is a man who's gone through process. Is this man responsible? What has he gone through? You gotta check what he's been through. Is he responsible? Is he mature? Maturity is a function of sorry, maturity is a function of process. Actually, it's not just about how old you are. So let's not confuse maturity with age, because somebody can be older and very immature, and yet somebody can be younger but very very mature. And so we dealt with that process. What has he been through? A man who is ready, to me, must be a man who first of all has God, a man who's met his creator, who's met his maker, who hears from his maker. A man must never be his final authority, because he's a very dangerous person to himself and to his family. A man who is ready has God and has a governor, a spiritual governor, who is the pastor or the man of God or whoever above him. He must have somebody who can correct him. He must be humble enough to have his wife be able to report him when he's misbehaving. Otherwise, we have a sad thing coming. Also, somebody had also contributed as a man and said, a man who is ready has to be emotionally stable. He has to understand himself. He has to be available to being understood by the partner. A man who's ready also for marriage is a man who has a vision in his life, a man who knows exactly what his purpose is, what his destiny is, what he was sent into this world to do, where he's going, and can explain it very well to his potential partner. This is a man who we can say is ready. Remember, he must be stable. He must be stable emotionally and be available for his partner. He must have God and a governing body above himself. Okay, a man who cannot listen to anybody cannot listen to God anyway. A man who cannot listen to a person cannot listen to God. You understand? And he must have a vision that he can explain very well. This is my life campus. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm heading. He must be able to explain that to his potential wife. Okay, so you may need a man who is like, okay, I am on my way. There are some fruits to show that really I'm on the path to my destiny. I'm not there yet, but here we go there. But he should be able to get into his future, come back and tell you what it looks like. He should be able to get ahead of the now and see everything as it is, come back and tell you this is where I'm going, this is what is going to happen, this is where I would like you to go with me. So it's very important to have a man with such characteristics. Personally, Eve, what I like to say is, when you want to see that a man has potential to be with you, one of the things, check first if he has God. Is he God fearing? And this one, by the grace of God, it takes discernment and the grace of God to know it, because anybody can pretend. Anybody can say, yeah, I love God. Hallelujah. I fear God. Just because you say, brother, let's go to church. You know? Because you're saying, let's go to church, he's great. You're saying, let's go there, he's pretending just to win you. So please, it takes discernment, inner discernment. We should pray for this. I pray for discernment. I pray for you. May you have discernment, even the ladies that are going to be watching this. So check if he's got God. Number two, check if he's mature. Number three, see how he relates with his mother. This is my personal, I FifiRich say so. Please check these three things. Look at the way a man relates with his mother. Do not tell him. He mustn't know that you are looking at him. He mustn't know you are watching, but watch from a distance. Have a way. Have people to ask, how does he talk to his mother? How does he relate to his mother? How does he greet his mother? Okay, he's gonna tell you a lot of things. A man who's not a gentleman with his mother will never be a gentleman with you. The woman who bore him, brought him into this world, suffered to raise him, struggled with him all his life. If he cannot honor that one, Forget it, my sister. Forget, forget. So I've met somebody who I was very proud of. I was happy because I saw that this gentleman, he loves his mother. He could just jump and say, no, I'm going to cook for my mother. No, my mother, my mother, my mother. So he took concern for his mother, and it showed me, hey, if I marry this one, he's going to be concerned about me. He's going to be concerned about our children. He's going to want to know, have we eaten? What's going on at home? And if we have not eaten, he'll jump and say, my family, I need to fend for them. I need to buy food. I need to make sure that my wife has eaten, my kids have eaten. So I, Fifi, say these are some of the things you look at. Even the male counterpart, men check, is there God in that woman's heart? Is there God in her life? Does she fear God? Check also maturity. How does she handle issues? How does she handle herself when she's under pressure, when she's got problems? Then how does she relate with her father? What does she say about her father? Who does she say the father is to you? How does she describe the father? It doesn't matter the father is absent, the father is, a drunkard, the father is a wizard. It's not an exemption. Even if your mother is a witch, your father is a wizard, God expects you to honor them. I'm telling you, there's no mistake that my mother can make that I can't forgive by reason of her being the womb that brought me into this world. Do you understand how it is? So check, how does she talk about the father? Is she insulting the father just because the father left when she was young? The father left her and the mother. Oh, is that a reason to insult the father? She will insult you tomorrow. It's a matter of time she'll be telling you how useless you are. You are mumuma. Oh God, I know that Nigerians are gonna understand this, so I just wanted you guys to relax a little bit. So you see, yeah. So I hope that Legitus, if I drifted a bit from my topic, I hope that that explains it for you. Please, can you explain how you know when a man is ready? Okay, I hope that I explained it to you. Cole Samuel and Bill Brolake are greeting each other. Thank you so much, Bill. Bill Brolake is a gentleman, guys. The way he talks with people, the way he talks with women, he's such an amazing, amazing gentleman. Please visit his house. Visit his house, check him out and see what's going on, okay? And he's got great insights, great content. I love his channel so much. Personally, I love his channel. So shout out to you, my brother. You're doing well. Keep doing what you're doing for your community. Together, we can make a greater impact for our youth. I was saying a healed youth is a healed future. So let's start with ourselves as young as we are, okay? So Legitus Eve says, thank you for the explanation. I understand now. Thank you so much. Bill Brolake says, host, you are now the marriage counselor of our time. Do you mean that? Could it be true? Could it be true? Could it be true? And Legitus says, you are on point. Thank you, my lady. Yes. Bill Brolake says, so you know the meaning of mumu. Yes, you are. And the woman, imagine if you marry a woman, she says, you are a woman. Yeah, you're welcome, my brother. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome for the commendations. Anybody that's gonna come on here and watch this broadcast will also hear about you. Legitus Eve, also, ladies. She's in the house. Please check her out. She's another amazing, supportive person. So you really wanna see her. Go see what she's about. She's a beautiful lady. She loves to do different things. So yeah, guys. I mean, let me drop a link. I'm just gonna drop the link quickly. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I like the part. I like this comment by Bill Brolake. I love it so much. Host, you're now the marriage counsel of our time, my brother. Like sometimes when it deals with you, I was laughing alone the other day. One of the things I do is counseling. I, volunteer counseling services. I don't get paid for it as it is, but God will do something. So one of the things I was laughing at myself, and one day I said, "Hey, life, it can deal with you so well that it gives you career." They just become a counselor, like, oh my people. This is what I've seen of this life. This is what I've seen. 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 You know. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Be Unique is in the house. Thank you so much, Mom, for being here. Thank you so much, Mommy. I love you so much. Be Unique says thumbs up done. We're talking about. Oh, V Unique, I hope you can see the link, ma'am. We're talking about establishing value systems in a relationship. We're just saying it should be like this. It should gel well, come together. It should never be like this. You say, "Mm," and this person says, "You're insulting me." And this one says, "No, I don't see anything wrong with saying to you." And this person says, "No, you can't talk to me like that." Then it's a problem. People are at loggerheads. So, hello, Melvin Edgar. Melvin says, "Hi, host. Fuller attitude." Say hello, hello, fuller attitude. I think it's fuller attitude. I'm full of attitude. So, be careful. I'm full of attitude, not fuller attitude, right? I dropped a link, guys, so you are so welcome. Chef Dante says hello, hello, guys. At the end of this broadcast, please, I invite you and I implore you go and watch it. It's got some amazing stuff. Just ask Bill. Bill Brolake has been here, and he's an amazing guy. Go check him out. And there's also Legitus Eve in the building. Just visit. Shaky. Good evening. Thank you so much for being here, my lady. I really appreciate you. So yes, value systems in a relationship. So remember, we want everything to gel. So you gotta know yourself. When you know yourself better, that's when you can approach another person and question them for who they really are and understand what's going on, what this person is about, and if you guys are compatible or if you're just gonna have clashing value systems. When you're compatible, it's like this. When they are clashing, it's like this. Okay, so let's not make that mistake of rushing into things just because I love him. You know, love alone is not enough. Why do people that love each other divorce? It shows us that love enough is not alone. Let me tell you something. The thing that will save you in the times of trouble, and the thing that will save you, you know, your marriage, you know, and for you to stand the test of time is knowledge. It's not love. It's knowledge. Ask anybody who's married. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. V Unique, could I be telling the truth, man? Yeah, thank you. You're the only one here that I know to be married. Others I'm not sure about. Tell us, guys. Tell us. So yes, a value system. Some of the most common value systems that you want to establish is in the area of communication, in the area of respect. You want to know what are my communication values, what's my communication style like, and what's this person's communication values, what is that communication style like, are they just harsh, and how do I feel like that? If I'm not harsh and I have a partner who's very harsh, talks anyhow, doesn't care how I feel, we're not going far. So we have not the same, value. So why waste our time anyway? Because we're just together to separate. You know how it is. Respect. What is respect to me? What is respect to you? We really gotta establish these things from the get-go. Quality time. One of the values that we have, and we have people crying about commonly is quality time. Oh, this person is too busy for me. They don't care. They don't give me time. They don't give me quality time. I've not seen this partner of mine in a long time. Hey, tiring. Then they call, tiring. Where are you? Where are you? I'm busy, I'm busy. But you're not giving me time. I'm busy, I'm busy. You're not giving me time. Take how much money do you want? You're not giving, no, I don't want your money. I just need it. Look, go get a wig. No, please, you know something? Okay, I'll buy you a ring. Hey, let's break up. Can you see how it is? So, what do you say about quality time? Is it important for you as a person to set aside time just to nurture your relationship? I believe that that's so important. To me, it's important to set aside time to nurture the relationship. To me, it's important to have a day where we do date night, maybe once a month or once a week, depending on what we can do. You understand what it is? So it's like, does the person, the counterpart, feel the same way, or is it just like, oh, look, sometimes I don't have time for this, I don't have energy for that, So what is this thing to you? You see, so those are some of the things. And then we also have things like priorities. What are your priorities in life? Do you prioritize one another in that relationship? What are your priorities? Job first, children, then woman. And woman is like husband first, children, then men. Sorry, husband first, and for him, she's the last one. Husband, children, work. And the husband is like, work, children, wife. So you see that one has prioritized the other person low, way low below, and then somebody is up here and says, this is who you are to me, you are my top priority. Somebody says, no, but you're way at the bottom here. Is a problem because one either has to come down low, or the one who's here has to stoop up and say, let me just, reprioritize and adjust myself. So if we can establish some of these things earlier on, in the course of the relationship, then we can go far. It's very important. I know it may sound like small, small things, but guess what? People are breaking up over these things. Homes are being wrecked over these things. So you gotta pursue understanding. Let's pursue knowledge. This is part of personal development. I personally have a therapist that attends to me once a week, every week for 1 hour. Every week, 1 hour attends to me. We're doing mental health, we're doing mental checkups, emotional checkups. I just want to know what's going on. Just want to be, in a good position because things were not always easy for me anyway. I was not that child that had it easy. So I gotta just keep checking. So even in a relationship, it doesn't damage anything for me to invite my partner and say, "Hey, partner, you know something? Let's do this together. Let's do this together." Oh, Naomi in the building. Naomi says, "Oh my word, you on today, girl? Yes, please, ma'am." And I'm so happy you're here. I actually thought of just inviting me, but I was like, oh, this is last minute. She's not gonna make it. So thank you, ladies, for coming. I really appreciate you all. Naomi, we're talking about established value systems in a relationship. Don't find yourself married and then only to realize, oh no, we don't have the same values at all, at all, at all. That is a sad, sad thing. Apparently, apparently, Naomi, I'm laughing at you. Apparently, Naomi says, hello, host. Our marriage counselor, Bill Brolick was saying, host, you're not the marriage counselor all the time. So, Naomi, I was just saying earlier on that life, sometimes when it's dealt with you, it gives you careers you never expected. You may have never known you're a counselor until, until some things they happen, or until some things they happen, like they happen, no, brother Bill, like they happen. So I thank you so much. Thank you so much. Naomi, have you seen the link? Have you seen the link? Should I share the link again? Okay. So another thing is like sacrifice. Sacrifices. This is something that commonly causes, people to break up and marriages to separate. By the way, divorce can happen when people are still married. Divorce is not just a paper. Divorce is a separation. It's a division, and oftentimes it happens even when people are still married legally and all that wearing rings, and it's like a problem. So let's check these things. Let's check these things and make it a priority. Okay. Thank you so 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 much. Naomi says, love the makeup. It's on point. Thank you so much, my lovely. Let me see something. I'm just gonna do this real quick. One of the things I would want for you guys to be able to do is to comment. Okay? Yes, I've added a link. I've added a link. Thank you so much. Melvin says, hi, host. Hi, Melvin. Guys, please just grab me, give me some bananas, bananas. I'd love for that to happen. Yes. So yeah, Naomi, this is where we are. You can add value to this live session without necessarily showing your face. I know if you feel like you don't want to show your face, it's perfectly okay, my lady. Okay. So yeah. So it's like sacrifice. Naomi, what is this thing? What is this thing? Naomi says, come visit her house. Yeah, please go over to her. Yes, she is in South Africa originally. So I think that would be a great family to have, guys. So sacrifice. Are you guys sacrificial? There's no love without sacrifice. Let me just tell you something, guys. We all seem to have a definition of what love is. But I'll tell you something. Love is what you do. It's not what you say. I can believe that a person loves me from what they do for me than a person who just says, I love you. Anybody can say anything, but it's not everybody that can do something to prove themselves. So yes, that's one of the things. Oh, already in my sleepwear. Okay, so you're not gonna comment? I'm sulking. I'm sulking. Legitess Eve, thank you so much. She says, beautiful angel. I appreciate you, my lady. Guys, I think I'll be doing more live streams, more live sessions. I enjoy them so much. I enjoy them so much. They save me a ton of time not having to deal with, editing and things and things like that. But I'm gonna upload a makeup tutorial very soon. It's been a while since I've, done a makeup tutorial and I enjoy it, guys. Can you send me some makeup? Somebody stole my makeup the other day, but that's just by the way. It's not part of this, live session. It's just so that you guys know what's been going on. Somebody stole a very important piece of my makeup just the other day. Thank you, my sister. Naomi says, we will watch your beautiful face. Legitimus Eve, are you sure you have nothing to say on the topic? You were here from the beginning, my lady. Thank you so much. Let me know when you're going live one of these days. Please just make sure you let me know, okay? Thank you so much. I believe that it's important to support one another and to work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Do you, boo? Thank you so much, Naomi. Yeah, I miss you, Naomi. I hope we'll catch up very soon. So yeah, sacrifice. What is it that you can do for me that you don't necessarily have to do for me? What is it that you go all out to do for me that really pinches your pocket? You are losing, but it's the kind of loss that you don't mind making to please me, to make me happy. That sacrifice is something I do and I feel it. But even though I feel the pinch of what I'm doing is worth it to do because it's being done for somebody I love, you know? So these are some of the dynamics, guys, of value systems. I'm just trying to open your minds up to establishing value systems in a relationship. Your value systems must complement one another like that. Your value systems must not clash like this. Naomi, could it be true? Could it be true what I'm saying? Hit us with a comment, girl. So yeah, guys. Then the other thing that I'm gonna talk about is attraction alone is not enough. There's more work to do than feeling that you are attracted to somebody and just feeling like, oh, yeah, I really like this person. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Hello, Vicky. Great. How are you, Mama? We're talking about establishing value systems in a relationship. Vicky, great. I'd love for you to see this broadcast at the end of it. Like, just replay, just run through it. It's so, so, so important. I'm sure you'd also love to join in and see something. There's a link also, Vicky, great. And so, attraction alone is not enough. There is work to do. What are some of the things that we consider work when it comes to relationship, when it comes to marriage? There is work to do. There's simply work to do. One of the works that you have to do every time and continuously is the pursuit of knowledge. In love, it is a school. The school of love is an institution that you are never to stop learning from. Never stop attending school when it comes to love, when it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to the issues of life, when it comes to those things that are paramount that make marriage what it is. You cannot stop learning. If you stop learning, you start dying. You start becoming irrelevant. Vicky, great. Could it be true what I'm saying? Could it be true? Could it just be true, Mama? So let me know. And so what are some of the things that we gotta keep working at? What are some of the things we gotta keep working at? Let me know, guys. Let me know. So we have to pursue knowledge. In closing, I am gonna encourage you guys. We have to, and myself also, we have to continue to pursue knowledge. It is not how we feel that saves us when times are tough, but it is what we know, is what we know. Vicky, great. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna copy a link and then I'm just gonna edit in the comments section so that you could say something if you'd like, you know. Yeah, you could also say something, Vicky. Great. I know you always have amazing insights and amazing input. So it's great learning from you, you know. So yeah. Naomi, are you still there? Ah, Evelyn, Lucky Chidera TV in the house, guys. Thank you so much, Ma, for coming. I really appreciate you. You are awesome. You are amazing. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. Evelyn, I dropped you a message earlier on, and you know something? I did something to deal with my previously bad network. So the reason why I came on tonight is because I bought another router. Are you not proud of me? I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Let me just make this sacrifice and investment so that I don't have a hard time doing my work and doing the work of others. So I hope you're proud of me. I was just gonna ask you something, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Just let me know when you're available for a little chat, okay? Evelyn, I reached 1K subs like the day before yesterday. So help me to thank God. I really appreciate God. And I appreciate people like yourself for, being supportive and patient with me. Sometimes you have the opportunity and the right, even the opportunity to say, get out. You are not up to standard, but you guys are patient. So thank you. Thank you so much. So yes, we have to pursue knowledge. It is not how you feel about a person that will save you or that will speak for you in times of trouble, is what you know. This is how I'd love to close. And I shared a link. It would be good for you guys to go back and start this stream again and just to run it, replay it, okay? Because it's so important. So important. So important. So yes, I've dropped a link. Evelyn, would you like to say something? Pinky, Vicky Grades, actually, would you like to say something? Or are you ladies gone? Because if you are gone, I think I've said all that I had to say tonight. This is all that I wanted to say to just shed some light. To just shed some light. Evelyn Lucky Chidera, I am doing well, ma. It's just that, this journey is not necessarily a bed of roses. It's not really, but we're doing well. Look at that. Oh, Izuchuku says beautiful. Good evening, Izu. I think you're a man. I think Izu would be a man's name. So good evening, sir. How are you today? Um, we were just establishing value systems, establishing value systems in our relationships. And I'm gonna be out of here in the next maybe 13 minutes or so. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Leave a comment for me. Let me know what you think. Come for me, even in my email. Just reach out and grab me. Thank you for visiting my house. Please just grab me. I'd really appreciate that. Let's have this broadcast shared out even after we're done here. Let's have people coming on to watch this broadcast because tonight we were really Isu says beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So tonight we were really just talking about, establishing value systems in a relationship. We talked about understand yourself first. Who are you? What do you want? What are you like? What do you like? What don't you like? Then it's easier to approach the other person for an understanding in these regards, right? And then what are some of the most common things that we should establish as value systems that oftentimes lead to separation? Things like communication, respect, quality time. You know what I'm saying? Priorities. Are you a priority to one another, or Are you here in my priority list and then I'm down here in your priority list? And is that a good thing? You see how it is? These are things we should try and establish before a relationship. Let's try and establish value systems before we enter into a relationship. Let's not find ourselves inside entrapped by emotion, by feelings. This thing called feelings sometimes it's our enemy, guys. So let's not be entrapped and let them go ahead of us and and influence us in the kind of decisions that we make, guys. So we're talking about things like that. Sacrifice. Love is sacrificial. You understand? So value systems. What do you say about sacrifices? Does one person sacrifice a lot, then the other person just never sacrifices? That person that sacrifices most, when they never get any sacrificial love, they're about to get burnt out. Yeah, thank you so much, Izu. And Izu says self-love is the beginning of everything. Thank you so much. Izu, would you mind just coming on here so that you tell us more about self-love? I actually agree with what you're saying. By no means do I dispute. Very, very, very important. Self love is the beginning of everything. And this is something I remember we talked about in the last segment where we said, you know, something is like I gotta be self-full, not selfish, but self-full. So full of love for myself that what is now going out to other people is the excess, is what is overflowing, is what is overflowing. Not when I give myself out to the point where I have nothing left. So what is overflowing is what should what people should get. Oh wow, is what people should benefit from. Boss Lady P Fashion World TV. Boss Lady P Fashion World TV. 6 names, one woman. That's how serious this is. That's how serious she is. She means business. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. One first name, Boss. Lady P Fashion, middle names. World TV, two surnames. We thank you so much. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So I dropped a link. I don't know if you guys can see it. I dropped a link. So self-love is very, very important and it's the beginning of everything. That's what I was commenting on. So guys, I think for me, I've pretty much concluded the matter. I've concluded, and so I think I'm gonna be going. I think I'm gonna be going. Sorry about my lighting. I'm disconnected briefly, briefly. Sorry, guys. So sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. Self-love is the best. At least you can't hurt yourself. Yes, that's what Bill Brolake is saying. Thank you so much, my brother Bill. Self-love is the best. You cannot hurt yourself. Yeah, that's so true. And when you love yourself, if you can master loving yourself, you know your boundaries. Like bro Lake is saying, you know your boundaries. You know what you can take. You know what you can take. You know when somebody is just overstepping your boundaries, and you're like, no, you've come too far. You've gone too far. So that's so true. Oh, Izu says bye. Oh, I hate to see you leave. Thank you so much. But relying so much on someone can cause trauma. Trauma when you're disappointed. How I wish we could be hearing your voice, brother Bill Brolake. You are one guru when it comes to topics like this. So it would have been nice just to hear you, say something. But brother Bill, in 6 minutes we're wrapping up. I just wanted to be here for an hour. Honestly, this was a very random live stream, but I believe and I hope that it has added value to you guys, tremendous value. To those of you guys that are going to be coming after this, please just feel free to like, give me a thumbs up, share this, broadcast, you never know who you are helping. You really never know who you are saving. Even if it's one person at that particular time, it's something. It really is something. Relying so much on someone can cause trauma when you are disappointed. That's so true. That's so, so true. Hmm. And it's oftentimes very traumatic. You know, one of the reasons why we tend to rely on people too much, Brother Bill, is because, oh, Boss Lady P, why don't you come on, Boss Lady? Why don't you come on? We'd love to have you on. We love you so much. So one of the issues, one of the problems with us as humanity, when we now start to rely so much on other people, is because we were taught that other people have to complete us. It's like we had a narrative originally that it's another person that makes me who I am. It's another person that makes me whole. It's like without this other person, life is just not life. But is it true? Oh, Boss Lady P says she is very busy. Thank you, Ma. Just be in the background and just be listening and watching from there. It's okay if you can't join the stream. So when we are trained in such a way that it's a man that should complete me, it's only when I have a woman that I should be happy. We just hold on to this idea that there should be some kind of person in our lives for us to become happy and to be fulfilled in life. And that's not true. You know, I heard somebody, her name is Iyala Vincent, I love her so much. The other day she said, you know something, it's like um people complain a lot and say, why does it seem like I can't find the right one for me? I'm so disappointed, I'm hurt, you know? And she said, you are the right one for you. You're the right one for yourself. You are just right for yourself. It's just that we were just never trained that love yourself so much that you don't need the other person. But another person coming into your life is to complement the love that you already have for yourself. So I think with this being said, yeah. And also the issue of, apart from relying so much on a person, I'm seeing also this issue of trauma when you're disappointed. Disappointment comes from expectation, Brother Bill. We shouldn't find ourselves ever having expectations of people. When I deal with you without having expectation, Brother Bill, it's like whatever you do for me, I get to appreciate it so much more, you know, than if you had not done it because you had the option not to do it anyway. Do you understand how it is? You're not obliged to doing things for me, and that's an understanding I have. So that's how when we deal with people without having expectations, we are not hurt ourselves. We're not hurt at the end of the day. So don't have expectations. Deal with people without expectation. When they love you, let them love you because they want to love you. Not because you expect them to love you, not because you did something good for them the other day. No, you expect it. You expect a favor to return. No, nobody owes you anything. The world does not owe me anything. People don't owe me anything. I attract what I do. I attract what I give. If I love you, I'll attract love. It may not be from you, it may not come back from you, but I will attract love if I love you properly, properly. You see how it is. So, yeah, Bill says, you're making real points, dear. Thank you so, so much. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, thank you. You know, so expectation breeds disappointment. The reason why people get traumatized and disappointed is because they were just never expecting that that person would do that. They have other sets of expectations, but when you don't have expectation with anybody, they don't have to. They won't hurt you. They really won't hurt you. Brother Bill Brolake, can you believe I've been talking for an hour? Can you just clap hands for me, please? Please get in your comments. Begin to clap hands for me, guys. I've been speaking for an hour. It's the first time on the line I'm talking for an hour. I personally thank God. I hope it was all sensible, not just mama. I hope it was very sensible things, guys. In a minute, I'm wrapping up. I'm really enjoying the live sessions. I really do enjoy them, and I hope and pray that other people will come on and enjoy them as well. As much as I do, I just that I'm a very, relaxed, mellow character. So you may not see just how excited I am, sometimes, but I really am excited and I'm happy to be here. I hope my voice can say that enough. So thank you so much, Brother Bill Brolake, for saying that. I'm waiting for my hand clapping, and then I can love you and leave you all. Yes. Oh, Brother Bill, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Brother Bill. Let's talk after this because I had once asked, do you think that one of these days we could do something collaboratively, like, alive together? Because I love the things that are on your channel so much. I really, really do. So I was just asking, do you think one of these days we just come and have some of these things and talk about them, you know. In the next segment, guys, I will be talking about actions speak louder than words. So be on the lookout for that. I think it's going to be very interesting. And I'd love to have people like Bill Brolick. He's such an intelligent young man. So Bill Brolick is saying, I'm enjoying this class. Let's end the video by tomorrow morning. How are you gonna end tomorrow morning? Personally, I'm tired. This is not the only, video I'm here for. I'm not just here for the live, my brother. Before this, I was doing something else. I was doing something else. So be on the lookout for that. Also, it's gonna be a pre-recording, and I'm so excited to have that. Guys, I think let me just wrap up. We've had a wonderful time together. We had a wonderful hour together. Please, please, please just share this broadcast. Just share, share, share right after this. And I'd love, love, love for you guys to keep supporting me. Thank you so, so much. I will also be right by your side when you need me. Now, to recap, we were just talking about Mary who is ready, establishing value systems in a relationship. It's very important that your value systems clash and sorry, it's very important that your value systems complement each other and not clash. Okay, number one. The second thing, you have to know yourself, what you want, who you are, where you're going, in order to know the other person, who they are, what they want, where they are going, so that you can establish if really you value the same things in life. Another thing, what did we say value systems are? I said for me, not Google, not so and so. For me, value systems are a set of principles that I uphold to be morally correct and to live by. And when you uphold a certain principle set like that, it's very, very, very hard, almost impossible. 1% to impossible that you will ever change that value system. So it's just better you get somebody who has value systems that complement yours. Don't get somebody with the opposite value systems and then you think that you're gonna change that person. Hey, now I know Brother Bill is shocked again. Yes, I go shock her. Go shock her more. So don't get somebody who has like value systems that are way opposite, and you can see that this is yeah, this is just not me. This person is not for me. And you're like, no, but I like him. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Hey, actually, you get to a point where you just don't have the energy to change a person. I personally, I don't really. I think that's the case with other people. So thank you so so much, guys. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys all with the perfect love of God. Remember, the Bible says, perfect love casts away fear. Don't have fear. You don't have to fear. When the love of God abides in you, it casts away fear. Brother Bill, that's what the Bible says. It casts away fear. So it doesn't matter what happened in your background, doesn't matter what your parents have been through, doesn't matter what you've suffered, the exposures you've suffered, the experiences you've suffered at the hand of your parents, your background, a whole lot of traumatic things may have happened. But remember, the perfect love of God drives away fear. It casts away fear. Give yourself to Jesus. Give yourself to God, guys, and let Him deal with you from the inside out. Thank you so much. Love is the greatest. Love is the greatest, my people. We may not necessarily share the same faith. We may not necessarily speak, a Christian language per se, but there is nobody who can misinterpret love. There is nobody who does not understand what love is. This one I want to tell you. No human being in this world can say they misunderstood you when you showed them love, when you spoke a language of love, when you did a deed of love. Nobody. Even animals know love. The whole of creation knows love. The sand, the soil, the trees, the plants, they know love. They do. They really do. Even YouTube, this very platform, it knows love. It knows when you love it and when you don't love it. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. Goodbye. God keep you until we meet again next time. Stay blessed and stay safe.